All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Black Friday. Are you guys shopping? Are you out there shopping and buying things? I'm not. I'm going to stay in and work. Got my parents here. I got stuff to do. All right. We got some people in here. Let's see if we can get some more people in. Crazy stuff going on. Yeah, I missed you guys. I haven't done a live stream in a little while. It's pretty, it's sad. It's sad when I don't get to see you guys all the time. All right, let me see here. I'm going to save this image. Yeah. 100 people watching now. Good morning. A lot of people are working. Stony Mick Internet Douche says the correct term is Friday of Color. That's true. It is. It's Friday of Color. Let's see. Chaotic Neutral Comics says get Mike S. Miller's Black Friday special while you can. What is Mike S. Miller's Black Friday special? I'm afraid to find out. I want to know. I think I got something from my email about it. Let me see. Did I hope I didn't delete it. I just was scanning through my emails today. Yeah, what is Mike S. Miller up to? The man is he is very, very busy. He gets a lot done. Oh, here we go. Mike S. Miller, Black Friday special. Black Friday brings green deals, free signatures from your favorite artist. Presuming that your favorite artist is Mike S. Miller. And that's not, that's a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people, I'm sure, feel very affectionate towards Mike S. Miller and really enjoy his work. He says, hey, Lone Star Squadron, Mike S. Miller here. Okay, granted, I may not necessarily, and he spells necessarily wrong, garbage tier, be your favorite artist. And granted, I only drew one of the 3 books, although I did create and write the other 2. But for the 24 hours, you could still get my signature on those 3 graphic novels for free, as opposed to paying the premium $80 price for them. So that's 3 signed graphic novels for $50. That's a Black Friday deal worthy of Santa himself. Glad you waited. Wait no more, but hurry, time is short. So Mike wants you to buy his next 3 books at a discount. So good for him. Yeah. Petri Hellenius says, how was everyone's turkey day? I hope everyone's turkey day was good. Ours was okay. We had some complaints. Now, Andrea said, I don't know. Is there any way? She's like, look, everything's going to be kind of crazy. Is there any way that we could, get a turkey? Is there any way that we could cater a turkey? I said, those Amish people love to sell turkeys. They love to cook them. They love to sell them. John Dillard Gaming the System, thanks for $5. I won the fan edition, drawn and quartered last night. I'll see you Wednesday. Watch your back, John Dillard. Watch your back, John Dillard. The Pro Slayer is coming for you. Those are words to live by. Caution, everyone. John Dillard Gaming the System. He's coming at you. He's coming at me. He's coming at you. So we catered this turkey. Andrea said, if you could just get the turkey, then, everything else will be okay. I'll just, I'll make everything else. Now, the turkey, I don't know what it is with the Amish, and I've had it up to here with them. And I'm seriously, I am on the verge with the Amish. I'm going to go over there and give them a Book of Mormon and straighten them out. These Amish, I'm just like, look, every time, first of all, everything that you make looks really good. We go there, we buy food from you all the time. I don't know what it is with your salt. I don't know why it is that things that should be salted are not, and things that should not be salted are, and over salted. So we got this turkey from the Amish. It was dry, it was over salted, and then everything that Andrea made was great. Andrea made all the side dishes; those were spectacular. She looked at me and said, Next year I'll be making the turkey." Yes, yes, because we can't leave it to the Amish anymore. You know, we thought we could. We thought we could trust them. We can't trust the Amish, as it turns out. They don't know what they're doing when it comes to salt. And I will come over there. I'll show them. Now, they know what to do with haircuts. They all know how to cut hair over there. Put the bowl on the head, shave around. It looks fine. They have great names. Josiah, Obadiah, Zachariah. Everything's Aya. So all's well. They just don't know how to salt food. And it was, it wasn't great, but we still have a ton of it in the kitchen. Woke up this morning. I'm pulling on my jeans, and I'm like, all right, look, it's enough already. How many more? Like, how much further do I have to go? How much more hefty do I plan on getting this holiday season? And I am planning on getting hefty this holiday season. Jeans, like inhaling to like button my jeans. Okay, got it. Snap them like that. That's not good. That's not good. Maybe you guys were right. No, maybe you guys were wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be eating pies every day. Maybe I shouldn't be eating pies every single day. By the way, Steve Fernald, thanks for $5. I read a headline on Drudge that NPCs were calling a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving racist. Quite right. It is racist. It is racist. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you're aware of how bigoted and racist Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving is, but it is very racist. Hold on a second, I'll show you. I don't know how he's gotten away with it for so long, Charles M. Schultz, but it's time to take him down. Do I even have it here? I don't even know if I have it. But anyway, the original, here it is. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving viewers upset by racist scene. All right. Nice. It's comic book /TV. Garbage. This is pure garbage. Why do they do this? Why do they do this to us? All right, hang on. And we're going to talk about Zach a little bit. Zach's got himself into some hot water again. So let's take a look at this. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving viewers upset by racist scene by Nicole Drum. Okay, so tonight, close this out. I'm going to close this out. Garbage, just pure garbage, these websites. Tonight, ABC aired the classic animated Peanuts special, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's not classic. Nobody watches this. It's stupid. Nobody watches this one. You watch Christmas, you watch Halloween. Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is depressing. You don't need to watch it. And while many fans tuned in for the warmth of nostalgia to kick off their holiday season, many came away with a less than fuzzy feeling when it came to how one specific character was treated. Which character was that? The special centers around a somewhat impromptu holiday meal, and the holiday meal was disgusting. It was like toast and popcorn and jelly beans. It's not Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving. You could have just hired the Amish to make you a turkey, Charlie Brown. Or not. When Peppermint Patty invites herself and several others over to Charlie Brown and Sally's house for Thanksgiving, despite the fact that they're preparing to go to their grandmother's for the feast. After a little help from Linus, who convinces Charlie that they can have two Thanksgiving, as well as Woodstock and Snoopy, who do the cooking. You let two filthy animals cook. Oh, Snoopy isn't filthy, but Woodstock is. A friend's Thanksgiving is on. The meal, buttered toast, pretzel sticks, popcorn, jelly beans, see, I told you, and an ice cream sundae is served up at a table at the backyard. And whilst I can't believe she's writing a whole article about this. While all's well that ends well, with everyone ending up invited to Sally and Charlie and Sally's grandmother's meal, it's the seating arrangements at this unusual dinner that has some fans on social media heated. Franklin, the one and only black friend at the group, is seated by himself on one side of the table while the other is crowded on the other side. It's true. Oh, it's true. It is true. This is 100% true. Let's Google that. I don't know if porn is going to come up, so hold on. Let me stop sharing because I got to Google racist peanuts. Racist peanuts Thanksgiving, and you never know, porn might come up. I hope not, but you know, yeah, it is true. Let's look at this scene, and you guys can tell me what you think of this racism. Is this racist? Could be. It could be. All right. And I won't blame you if you think it is or isn't. This is your personal perspective here. So they're having dinner. They've segregated the table. Why would they do this? Why would they do this? Yeah. I think this is racist. I think it is racist. By the way, he gets a lawn chair. He gets a beach chair for some reason. And then everyone else gets kind of better chairs. You know, look, Linus. Why is Linus at the head of the table? Charlie Brown is such a cuck. Charlie Brown's a cuck. He's like older than Linus. Why isn't he at the head of the table? Why is Linus? Linus is a little kid. Charlie Brown is stupid, and he does enjoy, like, he does deserve the beatings that he enjoys every episode. He does. What year is this from? I think it's from 1967 or so. So, you know, it's not like it's from the 50s. It is from the civil rights era. This is kind of odd. It is kind of weird. All right. So that's what's in the news right now. If you feel like, if you feel like this is racist, maybe they need to go back and reanimate it. You know, maybe they need to do that. I don't know. But in any case, they're very, very upset over at comicbook/.com, and I continue, and I do. Let's see here. The meal. All right. So Franklin's the only black friend in the group. By the way, the other thing that I want to say is character from the 1960s and 70s named Franklin. No, maybe not everyone, but like Franklin is Peanuts. And then there's Roosevelt Franklin Street, who is the first black Muppet. Roosevelt Franklin. Is it what does Franklin Delano Roosevelt have to do with black people? I don't get it. All right, so on top of that, he's sitting on a lawn chair as opposed to everyone else's furniture. These are things that I noticed. These are things that I noticed too. Why is he sitting on a lawn chair? It's not a good look. Okay, this is an SJW MPC programmed phrase. It's not a good look. In other words, that came from fashion. When a guy tells you this, look at him askew. It's not a good look. Hey, that's what they say when you come out of your closet wearing something from 2 years ago. It's not a good look. And now that means, you know what it means. It's stupid. We got to stop these people. We got to stop them. How do we stop SJWs from ever talking again? How do we deprogram them? I want some kind of like gigantic movie. Who's the guy who directed Transformers? Why can't I remember anyone's name ever? Who's the Transformers director? The guy that everybody can't stand. It's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, my father is here. He's here. He's here to discuss the racism of Charlie Brown. Now, Dad. By the way, this is my father, Holiday.
You have a golden mic, just like Rush Limbaugh.
It's not golden. No, not yet.
It's not golden?
No, it'll get there though.
It looks golden.
No, it's. Are you okay? It's silver.
It's silver?
Yeah, this is
Oh, it's your yellow light here.
Oh, well, yeah. The whole entire room is yellow. People complain about it all the time. All the time. They're saying Michael Bay. That's right, Michael Bay. I need a Michael Bay movie where somehow somebody invents some kind of bug that goes into the mainframe that disrupts all MPC programming, and suddenly none of them know how to say things, how to lisp things like "it's not a good look." If we could get everybody to stop saying "it's not a good look," that would be great. All right, everybody in the chat is saying hello to you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone out there in Ehe land.
every single time. You know, well, people have been calling me Ehe since you came on the first time. It wasn't necessarily something I wanted the whole world to know. Yeah. Brendan G says the fact that your dad knows about Limbaugh's golden microphone is problematic. See, that's another thing that we got to get rid of. The bug in the mainframe will get rid of the word problematic as well. That is definite. All right, Dad. So this is what the SJWs are complaining about today. Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving viewers upset by a racist scene, and it is racist. Here it is. This is from the Thanksgiving Day special. What you see the problem already?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Now, why would he do that?
I think it was just subconscious.
Charles M. Schultz?
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. It was just something that.
Why would he have 4 people on one side of the table, and then just one guy on the other side of the table? Why would he do that?
Because he's in a position of prominence.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you look at it that way, if you look at it like he is the lead prosecutor.
he's the
and this is the jury. Yeah.
He's the teacher. The mentor.
I see.
Yeah.
And that's why they're giving him a lawn chair.
I would rather give Mr. Schultz a benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Not necessarily. No. And then everyone bears up to scrutiny. This is a scene that's worthy of scrutiny. However, somebody did say something to me that was interesting. They said that this was a hoax. Where is Schroeder? And they said to me that Schroeder has been digitally removed from this. And in the actual cartoon, Schroeder is sitting next to Franklin. Now, I'm skeptical because I haven't seen the evidence of this. I haven't seen the Thanksgiving Day special.
Well, look, there's a place set for somebody there.
What is this?
What is it?
That is evidence. That is evidence. Schroeder is supposed to be sitting here. Or did Schroeder refuse to show up because he was seated next to an African-American gentleman? These are all problematic problems, Dad. But yeah, that is interesting right there. This is proof that Schroeder is probably supposed to be sitting here. Where's Lucy? Question number 2. Where is Lucy at? Could it be that Lucy is here and was digitally removed in order to make this troubling? By the way, everyone's talking about this. Oh, this was actually the 10 most awkward moments in a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. There are 10. There are 10. Let's just go through this real quick. I can't believe there are 10. I thought this was it. Peppermint Patty tells Charlie Brown to just save me a drumstick and the neck. Jeez. Snoopy has a boxing match with the lawn chair. A dozen toasters appear out of nowhere. Charlie Brown fails to recognize Snoopy in his pilgrim costume. Well, that's typical. I mean, they don't, sometimes cartoon characters get dressed up and, these basic disguises fool everyone around them. I don't know how Bugs Bunny would ever have a cartoon if that wasn't the case. Franklin and Charlie Brown clasp hands and have a low 5. Well, you're shown this little greeting, but not Peppermint Patty slapping it. All right. Franklin sits alone at dinner. Linus tries to relive his Christmas pageant moment of glory. That is a problem right there. Linus's little speech before Thanksgiving dinner was clearly meant to evoke the same atmosphere of hushed reverence as his famous Bible story in A Charlie Brown Christmas. But that was never going to work, even if he hadn't ignored the whole genocidal situation. All right, so this is Linus, of course. He had that moment where everyone kind of looked at him in hushed awe as he read from the Bible, Dad.
Right.
People, once you have that hushed moment and you get a taste of that kind of attention, people become attention seekers and they try to relive it. Right?
I think so.
Yeah. Let me do it.
Hasn't happened with you, though.
No, not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about other people, No, not me at all. Linus can't stop talking about Captain Miles Standish. The gang sings totally out of sync. And Woodstock eats another bird. I didn't even think of that.
Wow.
That is really insane.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I never thought of that either. But maybe it's not. Maybe he's not.
Is he eating a bird? Is he partaking of the flesh of a of a cooked member of his species,
Oh, wow.
of his phylum?
I think he's just eating the potatoes and all, right?
I don't know.
All the trimmings. Nah, he wouldn't eat it. He wouldn't eat the turkey.
Well, somebody says birds eat other birds all the time. I don't know about that. Scavengers.
True.
Scavengers. So
Hawks. I have a video to prove it.
yeah. You have a video of a bird eating a bird?
Oh, hawk, man. Came down and grabbed a starling, ripped it to death.
Really?
Gobbled it up right in front of me.
And you just happen to have your camera? You're filming?
Yeah.
What, you were filming? Wait.
Right outside my window, you know, right there.
I don't understand. You had your camera aimed at a starling out your window.
No. The hawk came down, grabbed that starling right outside my office window.
Yeah.
Picked up the 35mm camera and filmed the whole gory scene. It's horrible.
How long did it last?
Oh, half an hour.
Okay.
Stood right on top of it, just ripping it to pieces while I narrated the whole thing.
You added narration to it.
Had to.
All right.
The lovely one kept saying, "Shut up, shut up."
But she was
going to scare it away.
It was eating it. It was engaged in bloody murder and cannibalism. What do you mean? Did it look like this?
Well, he was standing on top of the bird, ripping at it.
This is all terrible, terrible news. All right, so what we've come to the conclusion of is that it's possible that Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving was insensitive in some ways and also strange in other ways. It's also possible that it is being overstated. This is a hoax. Those of you who could investigate this and find out if there was somebody sitting at this place, I would appreciate knowing. I would like to shut the door on this meme once and for all. Once and for all. Father, there's a Joker movie coming out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, does this, I mean, what?
That's not the Joker.
It is. It is. It is the Joker. This is the new Joker. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Who is it? Who is it?
It is, let me look real quick. I can't remember his name.
What's this guy?
We just scroll all the way down to find what his name is. What's this guy's name again? I've seen him in a million movies. He played did he play Caesar in Gladiator? I think so. I'm
going to worry about his mental health then, you know, because when you play this part,
yeah,
you go insane and you kill yourself.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
It only happened once. It didn't happen. Cesar Romero didn't kill himself, go insane.
He didn't?
Jack Nicholson didn't go insane.
Well, we got precedent now.
Okay, all right. Joaquin Phoenix, his name is, Dad. Joaquin Phoenix. And if you had thought of that name, you would have named one of us. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin?
Yeah. Almost certainly. Almost certainly.
No way.
Yeah, my dad is here, everyone. This is Holiday Van Sciver.
Just Holiday, not Van Sciver. I don't use that anymore.
Just Holiday. Why don't you use Van Sciver? What's wrong with that?
I don't want them all coming up to me and saying, "Are you related to Ehe?"
To Ehe. They wouldn't say that, though.
They might.
Yeah. All right. So official Joker synopsis promises a never-before-seen cautionary tale. So you might be right, Dad. The Joker origin movie has finally been giving garbage. These sites are awful. An official plot synopsis. Up to this point, the studio has been relatively quiet when it comes to the details on this particular project. In the world of DC Comics, the Joker has always had something of an ill-defined origin story in order to keep the mystery surrounding the character alive. So let's get rid of that, Dad. So let's get rid of that right now. You know, Marvel did it with Wolverine. That worked out great. You know, the whole thing about the Joker is that he's a liar, and you're not supposed to know where he comes from. You can read The Killing Joke and say, is that where he comes from? No, he's lying. He's relating that story. So it's quite possible that that is not the origin of the Joker. He's a clown. We don't want to know. We don't ever want to know. All right, that's going to change with this movie. Can you believe this? Let's just give it all away. DC Comics, let's give it all away. And based on this plot synopsis, it sounds like there could be quite a few surprises in store. The synopsis reads as follows. Joker centers around the iconic arch nemesis and is an original standalone story not seen before on the big screen. The exploration of Arthur Fleck, that's his name, Dad, Arthur Fleck, the Joker, We never knew that, right? I mean, did we?
I never heard of that name.
No.
They just made that up.
Yeah, I think they just.
They're going to give him background.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix, there he is. A man disregarded by society is not only a gritty character study, but also a broader cautionary tale.
Yeah.
Previously, a logline had been released, which largely mirrors what is being revealed in the synopsis, which ultimately isn't all that telling. What is being promised is a story DC fans have never seen on the big screen previously. While Heath Ledger's performance as the character in The Dark Knight is seen as the definitive take on the Joker up to this point, that movie went almost out of its way to avoid telling the villain's origin story, as it should. This is a disaster. This is an awful idea. The synopsis also makes it a point that this is a standalone story. As previously revealed, the Joker won't be connected to the current live-action DC movie universe. Why not? Everything about this annoys me, Dad.
Yeah, it's a very simple story, actually. This is what happens to a guy when he's a kid and he gets into his mother's lipstick.
That's all it is, right?
That's all.
All right.
This is what happens.
And apparently he likes it.
Yeah.
All right. This is stupid because, all right, first of all, we don't need to know the Joker's origin. And then why wouldn't you? What if this is a good movie? Why wouldn't you connect it to everything is kind of a satellite. The good stuff isn't connected to the bad stuff, vice versa. It's just all kind of a mess.
Fragmented.
It's fragmented. It's not like Marvel. Marvel is all connected. They do not want to learn. All right. So these people. Who are these people? Who are we blaming? I can think of some individuals, not groups of people. That's bigoted. We just want to blame individuals. So we'll think about that. We'll come up with an answer, which includes movies like Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and the Justice League. That means Jared Leto's version of the Clown Prince of Crime will exist alongside the version we're going to get from Joaquin Phoenix. There are even plans for a different solo movie starring Leto's Joker, though we haven't even heard any official. All right, so they're going to do another solo Joker movie, but with Jared Leto. This is so stupid. Is this but Scorsese was going to do this movie, Dad? This was Martin Scorsese's Joker. He walked off the project. Todd Phillips from The Hangover takes over.
New respect for him, Dan. New respect.
You do?
Yes. Walking off this project. I think that's a great idea.
Well, maybe it is, but that doesn't say much for the project. I mean, I have respect for Martin Scorsese no matter what, but it's like when you hear Scorsese's involved in the Joker project, you're like, what? And this is going to be great. And then you hear he's walked off of it. You're like, what? This isn't so great.
Because you read the script.
Well, yeah, exactly. One would presume. Todd Phillips is directing the movie. He directed The Hangover. So we went from Scorsese to Todd Phillips, which has been filming since September. The hope is that this will be the first movie released under a new-to-be-named label at Warner Brothers, created to tell DC stories that exist outside of continuity that's already been established. Continuity that's been established sucks. It sucks. Joker, terrible. It's awful. It's just, we got to start. We got to just.
How do you follow things like that? You want a pedigree. You want to be able to trace things back and connect them to things that you are aware of already. It's very discouraging, sir. This world is coming to.
I'm troubled. I have to admit that I'm troubled.
You are troubled.
That minimizes the risk associated with tackling such an unconventional project. But if it pans out, it also increases the chance for maximum profit, which is ultimately how things worked out for Fox with Deadpool. That's good. Love it. Love or hate the overall idea of perhaps giving the greatest villain in comic book history a definitive origin story. It's hard not to look at this as perhaps the most interesting comic book movie in the works right now. No, it's not hard. It's not hard to not look at this as interesting at all. In the meantime, we've got Aquaman coming up, so everyone's excited about going to see Aquaman. Now, let's forget about this, Dad. Clear your mind of. Right. So far, we've seen horrible things. We've seen racism and bigotry. We've seen, beloved franchises treated irresponsibly. Now let's look at this. Okay, and I know you're excited about this.
Yes.
Rambo 5. Did you see Rambo 4? Did you see Rambo?
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Awesome. Is that the one where he goes and rescues the missionaries?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
cutting up people
Oh
with
my
50
gosh.
caliber.
Well, that.
Just I know.
Have you ever fired a 50 caliber?
No.
Oh, I have. What a joy.
Really?
Oh, it's a joy. I mean, the barrel heats up a little too fast, but just to be behind that thing and to create that damage downrange.
It sounds good.
Oh,
it does sound good.
Yeah.
All right, so new Rambo 5 stories. This is promising. So we've seen a lot of filth, a lot of like soy-based entertainment coming our way. We don't need any of that. Kevin Berwick. By the way, this guy's obsessed with me, Dad. These people at MovieWeb, they write like Star Wars articles that make fun of me personally. Kevin Berwick's one of them. I don't think he's going to do it here, but he does it whenever he talks about Star Wars. I
should send a couple of guys over to have a talk with him?
Would you?
I think I might.
All right. Thank you, Dad. New Rambo 5 story details promise an epic return for John Rambo. Look, this is you, Dad.
It is.
North Dakota, dealing with the Native Americans. You've got your cowboy hat on, your poncho. It's a blizzard. And this is your, you've seen some stuff, Dad.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's what it's all about. New Rambo. It's called Last Blood, Dad. Last Blood. God, it's so inspiring.
Well, that's in Bowie, Arizona, though. That's not up in North Dakota.
What?
Yeah.
He is. Oh, he's in Arizona. No. I understand. You live in North Dakota. He lives in Arizona now. But I'm just saying that this could be you, considering what your lifestyle's like.
Well, I haven't been able to use my military skills in civilian life yet. My mortar training, haven't used it even once since getting out of the service. Not even once.
You just need the opportunity.
I hope it's coming.
It is, believe me. It is. New Rambo Last Blood story details have reportedly been leaked online. They build off the previous knowledge about the sequel that we have had, but we take them a lot further. John Rambo is retired and living on a ranch in Bowie, Arizona, and suffering from some pretty major PTSD. Well, who can blame it? That's fair. According to the new plot details, this would make sense considering all the stuff that Rambo has seen and experienced in his life. To cope with his PTSD, Rambo has a caretaker named Maria. Yeah, that's the kind of caretaker you want, Dad, in your old age. A caretaker named Maria. And he spends most of his days at the bar doing work around his farm with the occasional odd job in town. There could be potential spoilers for Rambo 5 before. By the way, Dad, potential spoilers. You know what spoilers are?
Yeah.
Okay.
They give you a preview of what's to come. And
they're going to ruin it for you. They're going to tell you what. Yeah. But if it's potential spoilers.
But they're warning. They're giving you a warning label here. They're telling you it's coming down below here in a paragraph to come. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't read it.
Right. But how is that's spoilers. What the H, Dad, excuse my language, are potential spoilers. What does that mean, potential spoilers?
Well, maybe you've already been spoiled by something previous.
No, this guy doesn't know anything. That's what it means. There's the potential spoilers if his stupid idea turns out to be true. Okay. That's what that means. These clowns.
So he's going to make stuff up here?
Yeah, a potential spoiler. Here's my theory about what the movie's going to be like, and if I turn out to be right, I've just given you a spoiler. So, that is the way these people talk, Dad. And I've been fighting this. I know you're in North Dakota, protecting the Native Americans and their interests. I'm here fighting the pop culture war.
Oh, I see that. My eyes are open now, son. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. For Rambo 5 Below, so read ahead at your own risk. I'll take the risk, Dad. I'll take the risk. Gird my loins. According to the new Rambo 5 plot details, the movie begins when 29-year-old Carmen Delgado and her 8-year-old sister are attacked in broad daylight and dragged into a van. Carmen escapes, but Melissa was not so lucky. When John Rambo learns that one of his caretaker's daughters has been kidnapped, this is like Taken. He snaps himself out of retirement to go hunt down the men responsible. That's all we want in movies. Yeah, this is it.
I love it. He's got
this story,
skills just like Neeson.
Yes. I don't know why they don't do this. Every movie should be this. Like, I'm an old man. I've done it all. Mm-hmm. I'm retired now. I just want to I want to write my poetry.
Leave me alone.
Right. I want to study the Holy Scriptures.
That's all.
But if a woman is in danger because of a pack of wild animals, preferably foreigners,
I'm going into action.
Exactly.
And I will save her.
I have to. And you'll be sorry that you made me come out of retirement to do this. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it.
Yep.
And preferably they are foreigners. You want them to have an accent.
Don't make me get my 50 caliber out.
Don't. Oh my God, out of the closet. You know, you've got your 50 caliber stuffed into the closet. It's holding up a bookshelf right now, but you know, you'll take it out at the you know, if this happens.
Either that or Daddy's belt.
Daddy's belt. Let's go get Daddy's belt. When John Rambo learns that one of his characters. Okay, so we read that. However, things will be a lot harder for Rambo this time around, Dad. For the next part of Rambo 5, features John Rambo locating the cartel and attempting to take them down on his own, which results in the 70-year-old. How old are you, Dad?
67.
You're almost there.
Almost.
Rambo getting beaten near to death. Well,
I don't like to see that.
No.
But every movie, you know, he's being strung up on a metal mattress, you know, electrocuted. He's being lowered into a dung pit, you know, beaten and leeches on him.
Yeah.
Everyone.
He's had worse.
He's taken a lot of punishment.
Yeah. It's Carmen Delgado, played by Paz Vega. We all know Paz Vega. I don't know Paz Vega, do you? Paz Vega. Who takes him back and nurses him to health over a 3-week period. It's here they bond and decide to carry out their mission together. Are you kidding me? Now they just ruined it, Dad. They just ruined it. The whammon does not need to help Rambo complete his mission. Has that ever happened? Has Rambo ever drug a whammon into last blood?
Well, don't you remember, like,
I'm furious right now, Dad.
Vietnamese chick.
Yeah.
Him out. Remember that?
Yeah.
One that got shot at the riverside.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. He's got to have a young woman helping him out.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. So it's been spoiled.
It causes him to become even more furious, and you get better action afterward.
He's supposed to save the whammon. He doesn't need the whammon's help to save the whammon. That's just weird. That's weird, Dad. The details seem to be legitimate. Seem legitimate, but with information coming from unconfirmed sources, we're going to have to call this a rumor at this time. That's responsible of you, Kevin Berwick. However, if these Rambo 5 story details end up true, it looks like Sylvester Stallone is bringing an epic journey to the big screen that will more than likely satisfy longtime fans. The actor has been on a roll in the last few years, and Creed 2. I got to see Creed 1. I might see that with you today, Dad. Creed 1. I
saw that.
You already saw it?
Oh, yeah. I don't miss a Stallone movie.
You know what they're doing with Creed 2?
I have no idea.
So, Creed, of course, is Apollo Creed's son. His father was killed by the Russian.
Right.
The Russian son.
Yep.
Is going to fight Creed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and like the Russian is there. He's like, we have to do this for my honor. You ruined my life. You destroyed me. It's going to be epic, Dad. It is going to be awesome. We're going to have to see that. Is that Christmas? When is that coming out?
This week.
Oh, it is this week. We could go see it.
Yeah.
Theoretically, is it this week? Is it now or is it next week? Because next week we couldn't see it.
When was this published?
I think it's today. Let me see. November 21st. So that was all right. So that was the day before Thanksgiving. That means this week, Dad. Unless Kevin Berwick's a liar, that means it's opening now. It's opening now. All right, we'll see. Yeah. I do want to see Creed 2. So Stallone had to take a break from filming Rambo 5 in order to go out and promote the Creed sequel, but he'll probably get back to the set after the holiday to get into the action.
Maybe you should take Andrea to see that instead of that John Legend guy.
Yeah, I think that she'd have trouble with that. We're going to see John Legend's legendary Christmas show at the Borgata tonight. That should be good. But I don't think that she would exchange not Rambo 5, but Creed 2 for... maybe she would.
I think she would.
You think so?
Yeah, she didn't look that excited about seeing John Legend to me. When you mentioned it to her,
yeah,
I was watching her face. She didn't get all lit up like she would with
Creed 2. If she saw a Stallone movie, that would be a different story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, absolutely. Rambo's effeminate son, Ramboy. Yeah. Isn't John Legend super left? Maybe he is. Well, I'll ask him tonight. I'll wear a Trump hat to the concert. Sylvester Stallone has remained pretty quiet about the specific story details for Rambo 5, which makes these new specifics seem a little fishy. However, they do look promising, and they sound pretty close to the details that we have heard so far. There currently is no release date set for the sequel, but it is believed that this will hit theaters in the fall of 2019. For now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, geez, I'll be dead by then.
No. You're gonna
old guy.
We got another Thanksgiving together. All right.
I'm fading fast.
At least one.
I may not last. You better call the doctor.
Well, I'll call Sylvester Stallone, tell him to hurry up, because if it is true, Dad, potential spoilers, you only have one Thanksgiving left. Then we're gonna have to make sure that we can see Rambo 5 together. Okay. Before you go. Yeah. All right. These new Rambo 5 story details were first reported by Splash Report. Splash Report, very reputable indeed. All right, so I called this episode, by the way, 667 people watching this morning. It's early. You guys, what are you doing at 8:13 in the morning listening to us? Well, you guys have things to do. It's Black Friday. Get out there and shop. Buy useless garbage. That's funny. Black Friday, of course, you're going to want to pick up Mike S. Miller's Lone Star Squadron Black Friday deal. He is offering all 3 of his books at a discount. The Meg, Deal with the Devil, and then what is this other one that he's got? I haven't had Mike on to talk about this yet. But anyway, he's got 3 new comic books out, and everyone's excited about them. And now, today, it looks like you'll be able to get them at a discount. So hooray. And he's going to sign them, too. You want to get Mike S. Miller's autograph.
Why can't the sharks eat the ugly women?
I don't know. It does seem kind of like a waste.
Talk about discrimination.
Yeah, we've got so many ugly women that a shark could be eating. And then it would be sad, Look at that. It would be sad, but it wouldn't be like a hate crime. I'm looking to call something a hate crime. Yeah, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. The sharks are always eating the hot chicks or the little kids, and they eat the little kids off the raft. It's meant to make you angry, is what it does. It's meant to make you angry. Uglies get the gullet too, because the ocean already has whales. They've got good answers, Dad. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with too much of this. These guys are brilliant. All right, let me just.
My brother wants me to go fishing with him.
Oh, not again.
It's cold out there right now.
Why do they do that?
Freezing.
I don't understand why you would go fishing in the dead of winter.
He wants me to teach him how to do it.
Well, you've taught him over and over again if he hasn't learned yet.
I know.
All right, let me read these super chats. We got some people making little donations here. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. John Dillard, Gaming the System, says, howdy, Holiday. Spelled your name like Doc Holiday. They see you as Doc Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read this guy's name. That's gross. Hello, Uncle Ethan and his dad. Good day from down under, mate. Keep up the good work. Now, and then wonderful. A kissy face.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Australia. Of course, they're listening. It makes sense that they're listening. It's like 8 p.m. down there.
Oh, he doesn't give me any money, by the way, so don't bother.
Oh, Lost Jedi says, this is gas money for your dad. It's the least I can do for putting up with least I can do for putting up with you, EVS. Steve Fernald says, thanks for $2. Another Berenstain Bears type of conundrum. And what the irony of this is that he does spell Berenstain Bears incorrectly here. Did you understand what the Berenstain Bears conundrum is? People all remember Berenstain Bears spelled this way.
That's the way I see it.
But it isn't. It's A-I-N.
No way.
It is.
Really?
Yes. So he actually, Steve Fernald brings up the Berenstain Bears type of conundrum, and he actually falls into it himself.
This gives it the kind of Jewish spelling.
Yeah. Or like is Frankenstein Jewish?
Sure, it must be. With a name like that.
Dr. Frankenstein is Jewish? I got to think about that. Black Russian Bot says, Hail Caesar and Caesar's dad.
Caesar the day.
Mm-hmm. Trencher 1375 says, happy to see you back. Well, we're good. It's good to be back. I haven't done a live stream in a little while. I've been very devoted to just putting out regular videos, Dad, and not doing too many live streams.
Okay, well, you got to get these pages done. You got a few more left to do.
Well, that's the thing. It's all about getting work done. And these live streams sometimes can go on for 3 hours.
I hate to bother you. I hate to distract you from the work.
No. It's okay, Dad. You know, yeah, I only come up for pie. You know, it's perfectly all right.
There's a little bit left.
There's plenty of pie left. It's amazing. All right, let me get rid of this here. Can I do that? I think I can do that. All right.
So you don't think I should go fishing, huh?
No. No, don't go fishing in this weather.
Cold. Down the shore, standing. He wants to stand on the shore and cast out there and catch some bass.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I were you.
Yeah.
All right, so our friend Diversity in Comics, Shannon McDaniel, thanks for $2. Coffee with EVS and his dad, perfect to start the day. Yeah, I think that is true. I have people talking about Frankenstein being Jewish. Iwazu goes, LOL, even Ethan's dad getting on him about finishing Cyberfrog. Everybody wants me to finish Cyberfrog. Oh, I will. I will. What if I make my dad draw a page or two? Tommy Sarkinen
That's
says.
the last thing you want.
No, you have. You're a cartoonist. They've seen you cartoon.
Oh, have they seen George and Georgie?
We did it last year. We did it for Thanksgiving last year. We had Noah here.
Nobody's. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that's all you need, George and Georgie in a panel.
Yeah. Those of you who want to know what that's about, go back and find Gopher Draw Off with Ethan and Noah. And it's a video from a year ago, exactly 1 year ago, where my dad talks about his cartooning. And then me and my brother Noah Van Sciver, who is also a cartoonist, we redraw one of his cartoons. It's a pretty good video. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, so here's where we're at right now. Diversity in Comics, Dad. He's a cartoonist, not a cartoonist. He is a YouTuber. He's also a comic book writer now. He's an independent creator. He's got his own independent crowdfunded comic books, Jawbreakers, and also Iron Sights. Now, he started out as a comic book critic of the culture. He noticed, and he was able to articulate better than anyone else exactly what the SJWs were doing to comics. These people come into a hobby, and Dad, excuse my filthy language, but they crap it up, Dad. That's what they do. They come into a hobby, they crap it up with their nonsense, with their politics, with their filthy ideology. They start yelling at people. The first thing that they do is they go, the things that you like, they're problematic. They're racist. They're sexist. Why are all the comic book fans sexist? And they come in and they start making changes. They start implementing far left-wing changes to comics. And then the fans complain. Mm-hmm. The fans go, we don't want this. This isn't good. This is stupid. And get these people out of here. At which time they call the fans toxic. Okay, they say the fans are all toxic. And then they accuse them of harassing women. Okay, that's the next thing.
How did they get that much power, I mean,
it's a good strategy.
They're so outnumbered. How in the world?
Of course they're outnumbered.
They have this much leverage.
I don't know, Dad. They have a very good strategy that bamboozles people. But you see, people like me and your son, Dad, and Diversity in Comics here, we've sorted them out. This is what Comicsgate is. We are explaining to the world exactly what these people do. And how they do it,
but yet they persist.
Well, but when we expose them, then they persist because they confuse people. When people say, "Hey, the things that you like and you are racist and sexist," people have to go. Most normal people become introspective and say, "Is that true? Is it? Maybe we should let them try to fix all of this." Well, no, we identify who they are, what they're doing, and then root them out, and then offer an alternative. And that's what Comicsgate does. And these people are in a bloody fight with us. We're trying to extract them.
They're unionizing.
That's correct.
They're threatening your life.
That is correct.
Livelihood, your family.
That is correct. All of this is true. They have become a union. They have schemes, plans. They have little hidden rooms where they organize this kind of harassment. And they accuse us of harassment. We don't do nothing. But here's what they're doing to Diversity in Comics. So they figured out a way to take Diversity in Comics, Ya Boi Zack, out. Why? Because he is in the middle of suing Mark Waid for tortious interference. And I think at this point they realize that he's going to win. And it's going to be humiliating when Mark Waid has to settle. He's going to have to settle. But what they can do in the meantime, and I think this is being led perhaps by Mark Zaid, is to come out and find a way to take him down with Mark Waid. So if we figure out a way to remove his channel, then we can settle with him and things are kind of even. So
is this legitimate? This copyright status?
This is legitimate. This is what they're doing to him.
Did the guy post some pages on?
Yes, he did.
Well,
he did.
You can't do that.
Well,
he should know better.
Well, you know, look, here's the thing. A lot of these, the line between copyright infringement and then fair use is a fine one. And oftentimes, YouTube will not actually pursue and investigate the way that they should before assigning these strikes. So if I get a comic book and I want to review it, I have to show it. I have to go through it and show it. Now, I don't want to show every page, and I think Zack is careful to not show every single page. But in any case, they have figured out that they can sit there and tell YouTube that, hey, he's infringing on copyright. He's got 2 strikes right now. One more strike, and it'll disable his account.
Did he have permission from the authors?
You don't need
artists?
You don't need it.
Did he have permission?
No.
To post it? No, he didn't have.
No, you don't need that.
Well, if you gave permission for someone to review your comic pages and allowed them to do that, well, then YouTube wouldn't have any cause to gripe about it, right?
YouTube wouldn't be aware of any arrangement that I had with anyone. That would just be a gentleman's agreement.
Well, if I complain,
these are SJWs, Dad. So this is this first book here is Black AF, which stands for as F, the F word. Devil's Die #1. Did you want your book to look like this, Kwanzaa? If so, why? That's the title of his video as he reviews this book. So obviously, this is a middling review, you would say.
Well, who posted the copyright takedown request?
Look who it is. Removed by All Black LLC. That would be Kwanzaa himself. That would be the guy. Kwanzaa is an SJW who is concerned about, he's part of the Jackal Pack, who's concerned about taking down diversity in comics. So he did this, and he figured out that he had the power to do it. Now imagine if you could punish your critics. Imagine if you were a creative person who wasn't doing good work and was getting bad reviews, and you were able to punish your critics by, if they are saying bad things about your books, you could take away their livelihood. Imagine that. That's what they figured out how to do here. So they're doing this to Zack. So they got 1 strike. Then you've got Mags Visaggio, who is a lovely transgendered woman, Dad. You know, who is also searching through all of Zack's videos from the past, found a comic book hangout, which is a live stream like this, in which I guess he was reviewing one of Mag's comics. Mags went, oh, so Kwanzaa told Mags. Mags went, oh, well, I'm going to see what I can do. Went through all of this stuff. This is 6 months old, this video. Found something, boom, issue strike #2. So now they're looking for strike #3. I don't know exactly what to do about this. It seems to me like, you know, when you're just waiting for that 3rd strike, you're right on the precipice.
You're doomed. You know they're going to find something.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, I don't even know what kind of due process is afforded to, you know, after these takedown requests.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can here. Okay. Well, we have ways to get around this. I mean, we know people who kind of, you know, at YouTube, but you know, copyright strikes are difficult.
What are they going to do to you?
They can't do nothing to me. They keep trying, but they can't, Dad. You know, what they can do is they can issue community guidelines, but those can get overturned really quick. So if I act poorly, they can give me a community guideline strike, but I have friends at YouTube. We get those overturned. Copyright strikes are different. I don't do what he does. I've always kind of been a little bit worried about what he does. You got to show just enough pages to get people the idea of the point that you're trying to make without showing the whole book, which is copyright infringement. And I think he's tread that line pretty well. But these people can just pretend that he hasn't, and they can just issue him strikes.
So do they actually go in and review it and look and see if the evidence is sufficient to do this to the guy?
Yeah, that's what Zack needs to make them do. He needs to appeal both of these strikes and make them watch. But you know, I think he needs to cool down a little bit. He's worried. He's deleting videos. He's on the defensive right now. He needs to calm down. And actually issue appeals, force them to look at the videos and prove that You know, he didn't deserve these strikes. However, this video here, unfortunately, Zach was given an advanced copy of this book and wasn't aware that it wasn't even out yet. So I think this strike is probably legit. This strike is most definitely not legit. It needs to come off.
Yeah.
But in any case, he wouldn't be able to live stream for 3 months, but he doesn't live stream anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that is the current drama with your boy Zach. I will say this: I'm watching my friend retreat. I'm watching him take down his Twitter. I understand what he's doing. He's involved in this tortious interference lawsuit with Mark Wade. But you have to. The great future Canadian Prime Minister, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, said to me once. He said, "Ethan, you can't let these mobbers back you into a corner." And it's so easy for that to happen. You know, when they're attacking you like this, it's easy to sort of retreat and back into a corner. You cannot. You have to fight back twice as hard as they're fighting with you, and back them into a corner. Even when it appears that you are in jeopardy like this, you have to fight back. So I would advise your boy Zach to put his Twitter back, to stop deleting videos, stand up to this. And we'll find a way. You know, the community will find a way around this, Dad. Your boy laying low. Let me see what the chat's saying. All right. But what made it worse? Look at this. Grand Muff Tarkin actually makes a great point. But what made it worse? Those guys were distributing his book and laughing about it. They were actually, that's right. They were impeding on violating his copyright by pirating his comic book, and of course, but they might have been careful about that. Let's see. EVS, you heard about Peterson and Kavanaugh? No, I haven't. I'm curious to know. Stefan S says maybe your boy should step down. Oh no, it's complicated. I don't know what that means. Yeah. I'm not sure, guys, but this is the situation now. I would, pay attention. If I were you, I would encourage Zach to step up. All right, Mishka says your boy already appealed both EVS. That's good to know. That's good.
Where did she learn that?
Well, she might be paying attention to his channel. He might have put up a new video that I haven't seen yet. Now, he came to me personally with this. I said, well, just give me a picture of the copyright status report, and I'll talk about it live, which is where I got this. Gateway into comics. This guy, Dad, this kid has a flamethrower, and he sets comic books on fire. He says, good morning. Check out my vids made to detail my comic book writing process for all of Comicsgate. I am also using a flamethrower on bad comics. Welcome to phase 2, making great comics.
Wow.
That's something else.
I love that.
Yeah, this kid.
That's great.
I mean, people want to watch a flamethrower set a Jamal Igle comic book on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they do. Everyone likes that.
Either that or 50 caliber.
Oh, Zach was on Rekieta Law last night. Oh, that's great. Okay, Rekieta Law, this lawyer named Nick Rekieta, he lives in Minnesota, and this is something that you could think about, Dad, because you're a lawyer as well. You're extremely charismatic.
I'm a recovering lawyer.
Well,
reformed lawyer.
Yes.
Penitent.
Yeah.
I get up every morning and I flagellate myself.
Well,
I have to.
Okay.
I'm penitent.
Yeah, but I'm
a poet.
You are a poet.
I'm a poet.
You wouldn't want to talk about the law on YouTube?
No. Geez,
no. Okay.
That's the last thing I ever want to talk about is law.
I'm
trying to just expunge that whole part of my life. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Why did I do that, Ethan? Why?
Well, we know why, but in any case, I mean, you understand the law, and you could actually have fun with it. I would think, like Nick Rekieta does. Nick Rekieta, Rekieta Law. Well, Dad, this guy, he's a young man. He's a lawyer. His backdrop, my backdrop when I have my camera on is just all my toys and stuff behind me that are related to stuff I've created. Mm-hmm. He's got an entire booze cabinet, and he sits there and he drinks while he advises people who are involved in like YouTube lawsuits and things. And he's incredibly entertaining. So he advised Zach, I guess. We're gonna have to watch that.
Trying to kill the guilt, with all that booze.
Is that what it is?
Horrible. Well, yeah. Well, when you're a lawyer, you know 1,001 ways to make people miserable, to destroy their lives. I had a guy commit suicide once because of what I did to him.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I feel terrible about it. I feel terrible.
I bet that happens a lot.
I bet you it does.
Yeah, lawyers know exactly, and it's not fair. It's not about. Is it about justice or is it about who's smarter?
No, yeah, it's about strategy, and it's not about truth. That's certainly uh, fair to say. It's all about winning, winning at all costs. No matter what. So I feel terrible about it. I have to flagellate myself every morning with my little short whip, those scourges. Got to do it.
Black Russian Bot says, Caesar, go get daddy's belt, literally. Whip him. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, people. So sorry that I joined that.
You feel like you're repenting for being a lawyer?
For years.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I do.
I
hope I can bring some light into the world to kind of make up for it a little bit, but when you destroy people's lives like I did, using legal procedure, legal, it was legal. It wasn't moral, but it was legal. I feel terribly guilty about it. And this poor guy, he's sitting by a booze cabinet, drinking booze and giving,
Nick Ricada, poor guy.
That's what he does.
He has a good time. I think he's enjoying himself. I think he is enjoying himself.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think that people, if you can take the law, which is mysterious and often used to frighten. I mean, look at what you just said, and make people afraid. I think ruin their lives. If you can actually be the kind of lawyer who shows them the way around that. And you pick the right team. I think Nick Ricada always does.
Yeah, but the system doesn't allow that. You'll be on the side. You'll be on the side of right and goodness, righteousness, and suddenly you're on the receiving end of all of these motions, interrogatories, motions to disclose, motions to admit, motions to dismiss, motions for summary judgment. And you have to respond to them. You're representing a poor person who can't afford to pay $200 an hour, whatever they're charging nowadays. But you have to, the other attorney is putting you in a position where you have to respond to all of these motions and all of this discovery, and suddenly the bill is going sky high and your poor client is wondering how can I pay for this? That's basically what it comes down to. And it's not a just system at all. It's terrible. It's the devil's web. That's what I call it. The devil's web. Stay out of it, people. Don't do it.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to, but I feel like at this point, lawsuits have to be filed. I mean, these people are trying to destroy lives. They're trying to destroy people's livelihoods. Now, we're supporting Zack in suing Mark Wade because again, this is what they've done. He's a critic. He's somebody who's criticizing their books. He's pointing out the culture war, what's going on. What he's gotten in return for that is he's gotten his comic book publishing deal taken from him. That's what we're suing for, and he's getting his YouTube channel shut down. That's what he gets for criticizing the far left. Now, we have to. I hope we can get him out of this. I hope we can stop this from happening to him. I think he's going to win this lawsuit. I don't know about his YouTube channel. I hope that survives. But what we can do is learn from all of this and adapt, because these people can't be allowed to succeed. They can't just go from thing to thing, ruining it with their politics. And their agenda. They can't just do that. They're creating, what's the opposite of prosperity?
Destitution.
Destitution. That's what they're doing. They're creating destitution everywhere. They're destroying comics. The comic book industry is on its way out. People just don't want to hang out for this. Comics are supposed to be fun. They got to drive to a comic shop, interact with people they don't want to interact with, spend $5 for a comic book that's going to insult them. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. So we've got to actually do what we can do to do. By the way, we've raised money for Zack for his legal fees, his legal costs. We were able to raise him $109,000.
That's cool. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
So,
it can be so expensive.
It's life ruining. It's,
it's awful.
But, we, as a community, we've decided we're going to bear the cost of all of this. Everybody's contributed. I mean, and that's what's wonderful about this community. It's like people are like, I have $5.
They're awesome people.
And some people are like, I have $16,000. And, it's like everybody contributed. Everybody wanted to be a part of this. Everybody wanted to make a statement. And, this whole thing, it just continues. It's going to continue and continue and continue. I thought about leaving Comicsgate. I thought about it, and then I realized I just can't. I have to fight this too.
That's the thing. You get sucked into these things, and suddenly, you're just enmeshed. You're up to your neck in it, and it consumes everything. I hate to see it. I'd like to see you drawing more. And not involved in this crap. I wish I could somehow remove it from you. And so you wouldn't have to do that. I understand. I understand why you're doing it.
I wish it were possible. I can't draw more. These people have made it so that I can't work in the industry because of my politics. So it's not a matter of if you would just stop this and just go back to drawing. That's not the situation. The situation is these people are excluding people like me. People who vote the way I do, who want to talk about being, Republicans. They are excluding people like us so that we can't work in the industry while they are destroying the industry from the inside out.
Your own vehicle, you have your own vehicle now.
That's what I'm doing. That's what all of this is.
Exactly. That's
what all of this is. It's just building an industry, not just for me, but for everyone who doesn't want to kowtow to these people. And it is a fight, and it's the fight that landed in my lap, and I will continue to fight it. Because if I don't, I'm not sure who will.
You're like Rambo.
A little bit like Rambo.
Very much so.
A little bit like Rambo, yeah. And it's not just me. It's not, if I go away, I guess Mike Miller is going to have to do this every day, or John Malin, or these guys. We all have to do our share. We all have to kind of do what we can to make this better, or it's going to fall. And I feel like comic books are on the precipice right now anyway. With some of the choices and decisions that are being made, sales are in the gutter.
I can't buy that stuff anymore. I'll go look at the old stuff. That's it. I can't stomach what they're publishing nowadays. It just drives me nuts.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Awful stuff.
3D Robin goes, please don't leave it to Mike. He'd do fine. Doug Tenaple. We'll leave it to Doug Tenaple. Yeah, John Malin could do it. Jabba the Cuck says, I don't mind John Malin replacing you. John Malin is ready to go. The problem with John Malin is that he's very quiet. When he speaks up, he speaks. But I don't know if John Malin's going to do videos every single day.
These comments from your fans are so amazing.
Yeah.
They're wonderful people.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, the subscribers to this channel are awesome. And they're here at like 8. They were here at 8 in the morning.
The leader of Comicsgate. Yeah.
That's you, Dad. You're the lead. They're saying you're the leader of Comicsgate.
I have to start eating red meat again. I haven't eaten red meat since 1990. Mm-hmm. I'd have to take on that aggression again. I'm a mild-mannered poet from the planet Crapdon.
Oh, the puns and the dad jokes, endless.
Yeah. No. I'd have to start eating that steak, that hamburger.
Get
you my aggression on. No, I can't. They deserve it though.
What do you think about pie? They want to know if you like pie.
I do like pie. I had pie for breakfast yesterday, and I had 2 pieces of pie with my Thanksgiving feast. I love pie.
Yeah.
Pie of all kinds.
What do you want to have for breakfast?
I'm just having a naked. I had it already. A drink. I'm not eating today. I ate too much yesterday. I overdid it. Look, people look at me now and they say, what a waste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of my gut. I just...
People want me to get you a steak. All right, well, we're going to go up and we're going to have breakfast in any case. Thank you, guys. Let me just double check and make sure I've read all your super chats. Thank you for... I can't. I shut that down. I hope I read them all. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you. Maybe we'll come back later on today. Who knows? But there'll be a video up as well. So have a great day. Have a wonderful Black Friday, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.